Hi, I'm Scott Whippo for those of you who don't know me, and today I'm going to be covering the Far East Broadcasting Company, which is a 501c3 nonprofit. Their motto is, "Until all have heard." Their mission statement is, "We communicate the good news among the nations by media to inspire people to follow Jesus Christ." And their vision is, "Until every man, woman, and child have heard the gospel of Christ, we use media to communicate the good news among the nations." And they are members of several accrediting agencies to include the Better Business Bureau, the Charity Navigator, and the Evangelical Council for Financial Accountability. And their 2021 audit showed that they were in the black. The Far East Broadcasting Company was founded in 1945 by Bob Bowman and John Broger, who at the time were students attending the Southern Bible College in California. They originally wanted to do a local radio channel, but after they talked to the local pastor, William Roberts, they decided to possibly look to the east for transmitting their message. They originally broadcast into China, I believe it was from Hong Kong in 1948, but were shut down by the communists. And their first actual radio station that they owned was located in Manila, Philippines in 1940, later in 48, and they were broadcasting just locally. In 1949, they decided to go international and started rebroadcasting to China from Manila, and since then they've grown to cover most of Southeast Asia, Russia, Ukraine, Mongolia, India, Central Asia. They have sister organizations that broadcast to Africa and the Middle East, and the FEBC, as they're known, also provide financial support to radio stations that are not associated with their U.S. operations. According to Skelchi, who did a study in 2020 of Christian missionary broadcasting of the Philippines, he stated that in 2015 and 2016, the radio stations outside the U.S. operations of FEBC, who received the most financial help, were located in places like Thailand, Cambodia, Hong Kong, Central Asia, Mongolia, Russia, Vietnam. And according to the FBC audit in 2021, which ended in June, they gave out almost $6 million in broadcasting grants. According to their website, they support 149 stations, 50 countries, and 145 languages, transmitting 1,571 hours of programming per day. And as of 2020, in 2021, they had 148 million responses from their listeners. In order to appeal to local audiences, what they rely on is regional affiliates to create culturally relevant content and then transmit that in local languages. They also emphasize local content and local experts to make sure the material is appropriate to the population that they're broadcasting to. And this gains a better listenership since many broadcasts marginalize local languages on the radio. Technologies they use are the radio, internet, SD cards, and the delivery means really is dependent on the resistance by local authorities. So radios, they use AM, FM, shortwave radio, as well as satellite radios. The difference between AM, FM, and shortwave is that shortwave has a band that's in between, and it actually has a longer distance that it can travel. Shortwave's been around from the very beginning, actually, of radio. They use the internet. They have podcasts and videos. They keep both these communications methods up to date. And at the moment, many of their updates are dealing with their Ukrainian associates and how they're doing. And I've included on the last slide a connection to one of those videos that you can go to. It was just brought up last week, so it's fairly current. And I'm sure since I've looked, there's more been added. The SD cards, those are small cards that contain information and are put in directly into the phone. They contain the gospel message that can be inserted, and several organizations apparently use this method. And they can be loaded on the mobile phone and then watched a bit like a video, so there's no chance of being intercepted. Some of the issues they've had previously, although some nations have tried to jam FEBC transmissions, what they found is not cost effective for the country to do it because FEBC keeps coming back online. And to make transmissions less susceptible to interference from countries that are being broadcast to, they've become more neutral in how they approach it. So they don't say anything against the ruling governments and try to keep it as strictly a Christian message. They also do a fairly good job of raising funds. They have been in the black for quite some time. They don't appear to be having any issues with finances. This is their contact information if anyone's interested in contacting them and finding out more. You can go to their website as well, which is right there, newmedia@febc.org. And on this last slide are references. The last one on that slide is the one I just mentioned. You can go directly there and watch it if you'd like. So thank you very much for watching my video, and I will see you next time. Take care.